because we're all stuck somewhere, all there is to do is to take that next action. One more step towards your vision or your goal or whatever it is. So it's my job to pay attention to whether or not you're in action around what it is you say you want to create. And those actions feed on each other. So it might be one small thing. Hey, could you write a job description for that position that you want to hire at the end of the year? And that leads to the business owner thinking about putting in an ad or starting to talk to some people who may be able to fill that position. So becoming unstuck, like really moving to being unstuck, is really only about taking that next step and being willing to consider that you don't have to see that far ahead to know that there's just one more step to take. I envision being a business owner like you're wearing a coal miner's hat and you can only see 10 feet in front of you. And that's okay. You just take that next step and you'll be able to then see further. Well, maybe you don't have to judge whether or not your step is effective before you take it, because that's when we get in our heads. Instead, you really just take what you think the next step is. If you ask yourself, you know, and that's the step to take. You can judge whether or not it was the right step after the fact. That's the only time you're going to know anyway. It's the overthinking of, is this the way to go or is this the way to go? Once you've looked at something cleanly, just choose. Just take a step. And then you can look and see, where did this take me? Sometimes people imagine that they have to take this big, huge, bold thing, and sometimes they do. They're in a place in their business where it needs to be really bold. It's not uncommon for people to come to me when the whole house is on fire, and I'm like, whoa, why'd you wait? And what they need to do is really bold, but most of the time, it's just to be in action around something. One of the reasons we don't take action is we're not clear about how to do something. And so if you know you're someone where how stops you, there's plenty of information out there. You can go to YouTube. I'm sure there's plenty of information around how to hire or how to, whatever that how to is. There's plenty of information out there for you. Don't let the how stop you from actually taking the next step. Now there's the opposite of this. There are the people who are too busy and always doing things and getting less done because of it. What that business owner needs to learn is how to pay attention and focus their energy, because they're scattered. Productivity comes from laser-focused kind of action. And what that looks like is, if you were to think of a light bulb, the light dissipates over the space of the room. But the same amount of energy in a light bulb can be used as a laser and bounce off the moon and back. I mean, really. So when a business owner is too busy, it really is simply a conversation about what is the most important thing for you to focus on that will make the biggest difference.